today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, Bradley Pinion set to kick off. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And on the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
They're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now pass here caught by Edelman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Baker with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Breeze pass intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Their own 34-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Well, let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They do go for it. It's Murray. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Sliding out of the pocket. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
The 23-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the ball is knocked down, and now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. Here's a give to Dobbins. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Rams add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
And out trots Jared Cook with the rest of his offensive mates. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll close to it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Murray rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Oh, scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
1st down.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This a quick slant to Lockett. Touchdown, 49ers! Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
On the return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Off the bootleg, Murray. This is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It through. It's 28-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on second down. Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook. 3 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returning it, here's Hamler. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 40-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that we're going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Again, it's Brees. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, Brees. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's caught, Lockett. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. We have hit. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
7.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd and 9.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chris Godwin, 77 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to get themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Jones in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own.
So here are the Rams to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. Off the bootleg. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Intended for Chris Godwin.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. There's that man again. It's complete. All the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
36 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Dobbins running right, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run here with Dobbins. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Murray flushed out right. He may try and run for this. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25 yards.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Breeze. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Dobbins.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
At the 41-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. As many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On 2nd down, Dobbins. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On the throwaway.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
6-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now Breeze. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, it's Breeze.
Brandon Jones
Racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
And we're now on the return.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
At the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Niners set to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And a pass complete here to Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
2-yard gain.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Off the bootleg. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
4th and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Breeze now. Trying to squeeze it in Edelman, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run the toss with Dobbins. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One final try here for Breeze. Now he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. So that'll do it for us.